In other news, a support charity for those living with brain injuries in Nottingham is facing closure. It's struggling with a gap in funding which has come about since the end of the pandemic.
Headway Nottingham is the only support service of its kind in the country and needs £26,000 to help get it through the next few months, as Lee Comley reports.
A creative writing session at Headway Centre in Nottingham, a chance to share some personal experiences and get the creative juices flowing with people who know what each other is going through. The dozens of people who visit Headway all have different backgrounds and needs brought on by a brain injury. Headway's been providing support and activities for almost 30 years, but it now needs to raise money to get it through the next few months and keep the doors open.
These are people who have sustained brain injuries. They couldn't possibly have seen their brain injuries coming. You know, they're thrust into this situation where they're suddenly having to live with disability, and their lives have been turned upside down. And really, ours is the only support service that's able to kind of make a really profound difference in the lives of people that have got really complex disabilities, and people are very worried about becoming isolated.
We are the only people that offer this kind of specialised brain injury long-term support in Nottinghamshire. So if we don't exist anymore, they can't find that community anymore that accepts them, accepts the changes that have happened to them and offers them support to move forward. That just doesn't exist if we aren't here.
The charity says since the pandemic, donations have slowed down, which means there's now a gap in its funding that it needs to fill. People we spoke to had been coming for years and say they couldn't imagine life without it.
Others have lack of understanding in what we are going through. And coming here is a respite, really.
You know, they're there and they understand. And for the service users here, Headway is the only place that they have any socialisation. And you know what Headway do for an individual? They meet them where they're at.
The charity says next year's finances look healthy if they can get enough money together to get through the next few months. If they don't raise the £26,000, however, they say it could close at the end of March, meaning this unique service in Nottingham will close its doors for good. Lee Comley, ITV News.